This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Yeah, fine. So like that, okay, Pega contains, there are many predefined methods. Okay, so based on our need, we will be using the methods accordingly. Okay, like, okay, we'll be having the add method, subtract method, multiplication method. Okay, in the same way here also, based on your need, we can use the predefined methods. So if you know most of the methods, then it's very easy for you to implement the functionality. Okay, so generally while performing the database operations, okay, generally what are the database operations can be done? Generally from the database table, what we will be doing? Forget about Pega. In general, I am
Create,
Get
update,
it?
delete, modify.
okay. So we can create a table, we can update the table, we can delete the table. Okay, they are like something called data manipulation. Okay, at the same time, after creating the table, what we will be doing? We can insert the new records, right? We can insert new employee details or something like that, new sales details, new product details. Okay, after inserting, what exactly we can do? If you want, we can modify the details, right? Okay, if you want to
Update.
change of the employee, okay, we will be updating the data. Okay, and also what we can do, we can delete the data. Okay, we can delete the data. We can insert new record, we can update the existing record, we can delete the existing record. At the same time, we will be getting the data. Like if you want to see any of the particular employee details, you can open that particular employee. Okay, so at the same time, if you want to get multiple records for reporting purpose, for example, I want to see in this particular date how many number of the transactions has performed. Okay, if you want to see what is the current number of the products available in my shop, so you can see that. So likewise, retrieval of the data. Okay, all these things we will be doing. So they all you can perform through this activity. Okay, they all you can perform through this activity. Okay, so to perform these activities, okay, there are various methods available. Okay, so what are the methods for database operations? Means, okay, we have something called obj open. Okay, obj browse. Okay, obj save for saving the data into the database. Okay, so obj open means we can retrieve one record. Okay, obj open means we can retrieve one record. Okay, only one record if you want to open, then we can go for the obj open. And then obj browse. Okay, if you want to retrieve multiple records, then we can go for the obj browse. Okay, multiple records for obj browse. And then obj save. Okay, obj save means I have opened one employee record and later I did the address change. Now if you want to save it, we can do the obj save method. Okay, we can do the obj save method. So these kind of the operations, if you want to perform, you can use the obj methods. Okay, these are the methods available. So in case if you want to see, okay, on the method, okay, you can press the down arrow. See, like this, obj browse for retrieving multiple records, obj delete for deleting the record. Okay, obj delete by handle. Okay, so this is also kind of the deletion only, but delete by handle means if you know the primary key of that particular table, then we can do it through the obj delete by handle. Okay, obj filter, obj list view, obj open by handle, refresh and lock, save and save, cancel, sorting if you want to do. Okay, likewise, there are various obj methods available for performing the database operations. Okay, for performing the database operations. Okay, so likewise, based on your need, you can use it. So flow new, in case if you want to run the flow. Okay, flow end. Okay, exit activity. Okay, we will be discussing most of the things, but not all of them. Why? Because there are many. Okay, based on the need, we will be using it. Okay, in that we will be in this we will be knowing. Okay, the things which we will be using in frequently or in general. Okay, so Now these are the existing activities. So in case if you want to create your own activity, how you can create it, we will see it. So as I said, activity is which category? It's under the technical category, right? Okay, so likewise also here you can create it. Right click and create activity. Okay, otherwise directly what you can do, on the activity itself you can press the right mouse button and create it. Okay, so this is where under the records category. So right now I am under the records category, under the technical, under the activity. Okay, you can create it. Otherwise what you can do, in case if you know where this activity you wanted to create it, in which class you want to create this activity, okay, in which class you want to create this activity, then also you can directly go there and okay, so press the right mouse button on the class on which class you wanted to create, and then technical, and then activity. So the only difference when you select create activity from the class or else from the records is the applies to class. Okay, so here I did not select the class on which I wanted to create. So it is asking on which class you wanted to create it. Okay, otherwise on the activity itself, okay, on the App Explorer, on the particular class, if you press the right mouse button, create technical activity, so then what it is happening, by default, this applies to class is getting populated. By default, this applies to class is getting populated. So that is the advantage of it. Okay, new. Here it is blank. We have to give it manually, but here this applies to is getting populated automatically. Okay, so let me give some activity. So like populate vehicle details. For example, I want to populate the vehicle details. Okay, so that means I want to assign some values into the vehicle details activity. Okay, so this is the name of the activity I am giving. The label itself will take by default as a activity name, and then as usual the application name, the applies to class, add to rule set, and the rule set version. See, as I told you, I already logged 010101. So from now onwards, you can only have 010102, which is unlocked version and available. So select create and open. Okay, so this is the activity rule form. As usual, the label, the ID, the class, and again the rule set. Okay, so after that, under the steps, now we are going to add our own functionality here. Okay, we will be adding the step by step, and we will be adding the functionality. So this label is not mandatory, but this will be used only when you want to move from one step to another step. So if you want to jump from one step to another step, then only this label is mandatory. Otherwise, if you want to give some kind of the comments, then also we will be giving this. Right? Okay. So here, what are the properties we have for the vehicle? What are the properties we have for the vehicle? Under the property, yeah, the vehicle, okay, is brand new, previously insured, manufacturer date, model, vehicle number, like that we have. These all are the properties. So if you want to assign some values for this, how you can assign it? Okay, so before that, here we have something called pages and classes. Okay, yesterday also I told you something called about parameters. Okay, parameters are the property kind of the things, but they are local variables, means those properties are available only within this activity. Parameters means this can be accessed from other activities as well. We will be passing the values from one activity to another activity. Oh, so as I told you yesterday, the add method contains two parameters, integer a, integer b, and then integer c. So c is like a local variable. So this c is available only within the context of this function. So outside the function, if you have one more function, okay, subtraction, okay, sorry, ef is there. Okay, these are the two parameters for the subtraction. Okay, so in this function, can I access c? Can I access?
Oh,
No, exactly. Why? Because c is part of the add method. Okay, so the context of the c is only till here, up to this part only. Okay, but in function subtract, can I use total?
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Why? Because total is across the class available. Total is part of this C. So all the functions within this C1 can be accessed. In the same way also, the local variables means which are accessible only limited to the activity. Okay, but whereas parameters means that can be accessed from outside the activity as well. Okay, so and the other one is pages and classes. So what is these pages and classes? You guys remember the clipboard? You guys remember the clipboard, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's like a temporary memory. We can see how exactly it is there. Okay, all the pages available in the temporary memory we can see here. Okay, so generally whenever you run any of the work objects, let me take the latest one. Okay, actions run. So whenever you run the flow, whenever you create the work object, okay, so in this work object values and pages, everything we can see from, okay, from the clipboard. Okay, so whenever you open it, now on which page this information will be there? There are pages, but
The
which page is ours?
PY workplace.
Nice. So work object information will be under the PY work page. Okay. So what's that? Customer ID. Is it there? No. Why it is not there? Why? Because I entered it, but I did not move forward. Only when you submit, after that, then you can see that ID. So now let's refresh this. See, you got it. Right? This is the way. Okay, so we can access the values from the clipboard. So in the clipboard, each and every property will be part of the page. So if you have the page property, you can see even the page properties as well. Permanent address, present address. So right now I did not assign any values. Okay, so that is the reason why they are blank. Got it, right? So in the same way, while creating an activity, so in the pages and classes, you need to refer the page on which you wanted to store the values. Okay, on which you want to assign the values. So those things you can specify from the pages and classes. Okay, so that means here we need to specify the page name and then we need to specify the class to which it belongs to. Okay, right now here if you take PY work page, this page is referring to which class?
HDFC insurance implementation work.
Work, exactly. So in the same way, if you want to access this page, you have to specify that page name, PY work page, and then either you can type it manually, otherwise you can press the down arrow and then you can select from the list. You can access anything, any class you can access. For example, So I wanted to create loan page, sorry, vehicle page, right? So I said vehicle details, vehicle page. Okay, and this vehicle class, vehicle is referring to which class? Data dash vehicle. So this you need to give over there. Right. Okay. Now go to the steps. Okay, so here we can specify as many number of the pages you want it. Okay, all the page names. Okay, the page name can be anything. Okay, so for the work object, PY work page, but for the vehicles can give anything. Okay, you can give even Satish page, something like that. Okay, and this you can refer with the employee. So employee details refers to which class? Data
Personal.
details.
So in clipboard with that page name, we can able to see that class.
Exactly. So it is going to create the page in the clipboard with this name, and later in the steps we can do the operations on it. Okay, what are the operations you want to do in case if you want to assign some values, then you can do it. Okay, so for assigning the values, the method here we will be using is property set. Property set. Okay, and later on which page you wanted to assign the values. So right now we have 3 pages, right? Okay, so on which page you wanted to assign the values, you can see it here. You can set it here. So even on the step page, if you press the down arrow, you can see all the list of the pages. See. Okay, so in case if you want to assign the values on the vehicle page, select it. Okay, and this is just a description. Okay, you can write some comments to assign vehicle details. Okay, so under the properties, okay, so here you should not press down arrow. Then you want to refer the properties name. Okay, you need to press dot and then down arrow. Got it, right? Dot and down arrow. So what is the difference you found when I select directly down arrow and when I press dot and down arrow?
In class properties are coming with dot and down arrow.
Exactly. Dot and down arrow means, okay, it is taking the step page. This step page is referring to which class? Vehicle page is referring to vehicle class. So the properties you will be seeing is from step page class. See, vehicle, data dash vehicle. Understood? So in case if I give this Satish page, okay, now here in the down arrow, okay, what you will be seeing? Satish page is referring to what? Personal details. Okay, but here, as I said, it will take from the step page and the step page class and then the properties. But why it is not coming? Why? Because, okay, so this is the previous one. Okay, now again expand it. Now press down arrow. See, now is it working?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, the reason for the previous one now is, okay, now again if I change it to the vehicle also, okay, so if I press the down arrow, what will happen? It will get from the personal details, not the vehicle. See, so always be careful, like, okay, you need to collapse, okay, and then change the step page. Okay, change the step page. Okay, now expand it. It will take the correct properties. Dot down arrow. See, from the work class, PY work page. So always, whenever you change the step page, try to collapse. Okay, and then change the step page and then expand it. Okay, now it will work properly. Work class. Okay, so as I wanted to set the values on vehicle page, so collapse it, change the step page, and then vehicle page. Now expand it, select the property like, okay, see vehicle details only. Okay, the company, dot. Okay, so model dot, okay, vehicle number, like this. Now save this activity. So I just wanted to test it. Whether these values are assigning properly or not. So how you can test it? You need to run this activity. So how you can run this activity? Anything to run, either the flow, how we were running, by selecting to actions and then run. In the same way, for activity. So what is my activity? Populate vehicle details. So select this activity and then go to actions and then run here. So when you select run, it is asking that, okay, so in this it will ask you what is the page you wanted to select it. So what is the thread, what is the page, so like that. So these you can leave it blank, sorry, you can leave it as it is, default values you can leave it, okay, and then you can select run. Okay, so the operation completed successfully but return no content. Okay, we are not returning anything. So but I want to see the values. How you can see? Generally how you can see?
Clipboard.
Yeah, exactly, the values we can see on the clipboard. So here itself we can select the clipboard. Okay, here itself. Okay, just beside the run button, okay, you have clipboard also. Select this. Okay, now what is the page we have created?
Vehicle details.
Vehicle page. See, Honda 2016 567, like this. Okay, this time it's not the PY work page. I have created one new page, vehicle page. So on that page I have assigned the values. Right. Got it, right? So in the same way, even if you want, you can set it on the PY work page or Satish page as well. So anything, whichever you want. Okay.
As clipboard is returning one record. Is it OBJ save or OBJ explore?
No, I did not do anything. Okay,
Okay.
OBJ save, what it will do is, OBJ save will save these values to the database. Okay, right now I did not yet saved it. So that means this information will not be on the database. It is just available on the clipboard only.
Okay. It's like a cache. Okay.
Exactly, cache. So whenever you close the clipboard, it's gone.
Okay.
You can again. So yeah, we will learn everything. Okay, like how to save and how to retrieve also. But right now, just for your understanding, I have shown you how to set the values.
Okay.
Okay, page. Okay, how to set the values in one of the page. That is the thing. Okay, we have done. Okay, so when you collapse it, okay, it is going to close it. Okay, so it's still there. Okay, each and every step you can expand and you can collapse it. Okay, in the same way, if you want, you can add one more step here. See here, you can add a step here. Okay, so for example, this time what I want to do is, we had a scenario like for the states we were populating from the data type, right? For the states we were populating from the data type. Okay, so instead of populating the data from the data type to report definition, how many of you remember the states which we populated? Let's go to the user interface section. Okay, my personal details. Not here. So where exactly we have done? Is it on the home address? Yes. Okay, in the home address for the state, okay, we have populated from data type, right? So under the data type also, so under the list type is definition, Okay, from the report definition we have populated earlier. Everyone remember, right? So through the report definition. Okay, so when you run this section, okay, so the state is getting populated, right? So how we populated these state values? Through the report definition. Okay, so we have three other options. Okay, in this you are familiar with as defined on property. What is this as defined on property? Again forgotten. As defined on property means here we'll
Local.
local list. Okay, and in the local list the values which you are giving, that will be populated, right? So as defined on the property means on the property local list whatever you are giving, that will be populated. Okay, and so what are the other values we have?
Report definition.
Exactly, report definition. So the report definition, okay, this is also we tried populating the data from data type. Along with that we have something called clipboard page and data page. Now let's see the clipboard page. Okay, so what is the clipboard page? What is the clipboard page? As we all know that clipboard page means we will be getting the data from the clipboard. Okay, the state values we will be getting from the clipboard page. Okay, so how you can get it? First of all, if you want to populate the data from clipboard page to the drop down, we need to copy the data to the clipboard, right? Once if the values are available on the clipboard, then only we can show it here, we can display it here. So first of all you need to copy to the clipboard. So how you can copy to the clipboard, how you can get into the clipboard page means from the data type we will be populating. So what is the data type we created for the states? The name of the data type also states only, right? This is the states we have. So in this we have these records, right? Okay, so now from this data type I will populate to the clipboard. From the clipboard I will populate it to the drop down. Okay, so let's try it out. First you populate these values to the clipboard. So how you can do it? Now create an activity again. So how can you create an activity? So as I already opened the activity, from here also I can create it, right? Actions and then create it. Okay. Populate state. Okay. And remaining all you can leave as it is 010102. Okay. Create and open. Here again we need to specify the pages and classes. Okay, so in the pages and classes, okay, two things you have to give this time. Okay, one is the states page. Okay, and along with that states page dot ps results. Okay, so how you can give it? So what is this px results? Why do we need to go for this? Okay, why we have to go means, let me open the clipboard and show you some example. Okay, so here this py work page contains how many records? Like only one record. Okay, but if you take something called this py report params underscore temp, okay, so this is having multiple records. This actually refers multiple records. This code pega list refers multiple records. See. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this code pega list refers multiple pages. Okay, so likewise, if you have multiple pages, then we can go for the code pega list property. Okay, so this branch explorer also px results. See 1, 2, 3. So this refers one record, this refers one record, this refers one record. Okay, so if you have multiple pages, then you have to go for the page list property. Okay, we have to go for the page list property, not the page. Okay, now why we need to go for the page list property? Why we need to go for the page list property? Why not page property? Why? Because we have more than one record. Okay, here one state is equal to one record. So this is all one record, right? That means it is a one page. And for Andhra Pradesh again, one more record. So second page. For Maharashtra again, one more page, third record. For Uttar Pradesh again, one record. So one page. So likewise, total I need 5 pages. So as you need 5 pages, you need to go for the page list property. Okay, you need to go for the page list, not the page. So in this activity, okay, so in this activity, you need to select page list. So how you can create the page list means through the px results. Okay, through the px results. So when you are giving the px results, okay, generally for the page, what we used to refer? We used to refer the class. Okay, but when you have page list, you need to refer one as a code pega list. Okay, we need to refer one as a code pega list. Okay, so this like this code pega list. Okay, and then ps results refers to the actual class. Okay, so here state page is code pega list. You should get one doubt. So who created this code pega list?
Default Pega default.
Exactly. Okay,
Yes.
this is the pega default class. Okay, code pega list is the pega default class. Okay, which is used for referring to the page list. Okay, so and then state page dot ps results. So this should refer what? This should refer the states data class. Okay, like this. Now what we have to do? Now we need to populate from this data type records to our page list property. So how you can populate means you can use something called obj browse. How many remember? Obj open for one record, obj browse for multiple records. Okay, obj browse for multiple records. So, and then expand. And then again specify the page on which you wanted to populate, like states page. And then the class which it refers to, from which class you wanted to populate, from which data type you wanted to populate. Okay, and then you can remove this get row key right now. Okay, and leave all other values as it is. And then in the logic, okay, here in the label you have to select which properties you wanted to populate it. So I want to populate state ID, and then I want to populate state name. Save it. Okay, and then actions run. And again run. Okay, so the operation completed successfully. In case if any error it comes, it will display. Now see the clipboard. Where exactly we can see in the clipboard?
State space.
Exactly.
PX.
PX
High
region. See, there are 5 records. See whether these values are there. Yes, exactly. State 1, Telangana. State 2, Andhra Pradesh. State 3, Maharashtra. State 4, Uttar Pradesh. And then 5, Karnataka. Got it right? So we got a new state space with all these values. So these values are coming from data type. Okay, from this data type. Okay, from this data type we have populated to the states page through the obj browse method. Okay, and then we are going to specify which properties you want it. Okay, if you don't want state ID, remove it. Okay, and then save it. Okay, why I'm not able to save it? Why it is asking me to save as? Anyway, 010102 available, right? So why it is asking me to save as? Why I'm
It is
not able?
locked.
Yeah, exactly. It is a. I did not check out first
Check
of
out.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, once if you do the checkout, then the save is available. Okay, now save it. Now actions, run. Okay, run. It's done. And then go to clipboard. Now go to states page. In the states page, select the PS results. Here, see, only state name is there. Okay, likewise for all the records, only state name will be there. Okay, so it doesn't have the state ID. So if you want to select multiple values, multiple property values, select all the properties which you want it. Okay, so in case, even if you want, you can apply some kind of the condition also. Here right now I have given value only, means I want to get the value. Okay, instead of that, okay, if you want to see only Telangana, or else if you for example, in the states data type, how many we have? Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. Okay, nothing is starting. Okay, so tell me any other state, okay, which will be starts with the same character of any of these things.
Tamil Nadu.
Arunachal Pradesh.
Fine, good. Arunachal Pradesh. Nice. And so as you said, Tamil Nadu 7. Okay, and then 8. Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so likewise I have given. This time what I want all the states which are starting with character T. Okay, I want all the states starting with T. So there are how many? 2 states with Telangana and Tamil Nadu. So then, okay, go to the activity. Okay, in the activity, so the state name right now value only, but instead of that, okay, starts with which character? T. Okay, and then save it. Okay, next run it. Run, fine, clipboard. Okay, in the clipboard, again, states page. Okay, how many records we have? See, only 2 records are there. Earlier we had 5. Okay, now only 2. So if you select the first one, Telangana, and the second one, Tamil Nadu. Okay, so Telangana, Tamil Nadu. But if you want to sort it, as per the sorting, which should come first? TA, right? Tamil Nadu, and then TE, Telangana. So in case if you want to make it sort, okay, what you can do is you can do sorting. That is also again you want ascending or descending, like this, and then save. In case if you do any mistakes, you will be seeing the error here itself. See, By mistake, I have given 1 here, state name 1. It is clearly giving that, okay. So it is clearly giving that error message. State name 1 is undefined. Okay, so you can correct that. You can see it. Now it's got saved. Okay. Now I have given ascending order. Let's see what will be there. Okay, go to clipboard. Even the PX result count on the states page also shows how many records it is retrieving. Okay, PX result count 2. So PX result, if you expand also, you can see here 2. So the first one contains Tamil Nadu this time, second one Telangana. Okay, everyone clear? So to get the data,
Yes.
okay, so we will be using the OBJ browse. So we need to specify the page on which page you wanted to populate it. Okay, and then we need to specify this data type refers to which class. Okay, so and then which properties you want to display. And in case if you want to have the specific conditions also, you can apply. Okay, if it is Boolean value is true. In case if you want to only specific state is equal to, and then you can give Telangana or Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh, like that. Okay, starts with. That's it. Now what exactly? So we have the information. Okay, information available on the states page from the clipboard page. Okay, so next to go to that user interface. Here I want to populate from the clipboard.
Clipboard page.
Exactly. Okay, on the clipboard page, what is the clipboard page name? You have to select
States page.
state's name, but it is not showing.
Dot states.
No. Why dot?
Okay.
Dot is referring for properties. But
Properties. Okay.
this page is a page, right? Why
Yes.
it is not showing? Why? Because that states page you have defined in activity populate state. Okay, but this page I did not. Okay, this page I did not give in section. In section also you will be having pages and classes. Okay, here you have to declare the page. Okay, but again I am not able to save. Why I am not able to save? This time I am not able to see checkout also. Why? Come on. This section is under which version?
Unlocked.
Okay.
It is locked.
Oh,
Yes, it is logged. So now you have to save as to 010102. Now you got it. Okay, so now you can have checkout, save all these options. Okay, so in the pages and classes, it's there. Now save it. Okay, now save it. So after this, go to the states drop down from the report definition to clipboard page and then the name of the states page. Now you got the states page, right? And then, sorry, and then property for value. What is the property for value? State name. Name or ID?
both we can. We selected both. We have both.
Yeah, but the value should be ID and the text should be name. Okay. So now is it fine?
Yes, it should be.
Should be, right? But I don't think that it is. See. Hello. No state.
Yes.
Why? Why? Because you created this activity. Okay, you created this activity. And when you run this activity, you are able to see the states in the clipboard. Exactly. Okay, but do you remember I said that, okay, when you open the clipboard, okay, here we need to select the work object on which we are working. But right now, the clipboard page is different. Okay, clipboard page is referring to new, but our work object is referring to the H11. Okay, this is different to that is different. Okay, so that is the reason why you don't have this. You don't have values under this. You see, state space doesn't have anything in this. That means we need to call this activity from this work object. Then only that state space will be populated. Both are independent. Now the flow is different, work object is different. We need to refer the activity from the flow. Okay, then only that activity will be created before loading the user interface section. Then the values will be populated. Any confusion or clear?
Yeah, little confusion. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, sure. You see how we are creating the work object? By running this flow, right? By running this flow, we have created the work object. This H11 has created by running this. Okay. Now, is anywhere we are referring this activity, the populate state?
No.
No.
In flow,
We are not referring.
Yes.
Yeah. So that means this is independent rule. This is separate rule flow. And this activity is separate. Okay. When you run the flow, it is like a one thread. Means it is like a one separate clipboard page. And when you run this activity, this is going to have separate thread. Okay, so this state space is available in the separate thread. Okay, means for example, you have two houses.
There is no link between both.
Exactly. Yeah, two houses are there, but there is no link. So what you have to do is you have to call this populate state from the work object, from the flow. Then only this state space will be available. So how you can do it? How you can call this activity from the flow? Okay, so there are various ways again. Okay, we will be knowing one by one. How exactly? First of all, what is our user interface section? Customer home address. Okay, so here for this drop down, sorry, this is the 010101 version. Let's close this and have the 010102. Okay, so here we have selected the clipboard page, right? And then here you see run activity is there. Okay, in this we need to select the activity name. What is our activity name? Populate state. But I am not able to see it here. Why I am not able to see here? Why? Because again, it is referring to worked as cover class. It is referring to worked as cover class. But actually we created this populate state in which class?
Work customer details.
Yes. And even where is our flow? Work class. Okay. Generally what I said, from the work class to customer details we can access. That means work is the parent, customer details is the child, right? Work is the parent, customer details class is the child.
Okay.
From work class we can access into the customer details class, but this public state is available in the child class. Okay, customer details, which is the child class. That is the reason why you cannot access it in the top level class, in the parent class. So how we can resolve this issue? We can move it to the parent class. Instead of the customer details, we can move it to the parent class. How we can move it? Save as. Okay, we can do save as. And while doing the save as, give the activity name same thing, application same, but this applies to should be work class, right? Applies to should be work class. And then create and open. Okay, create and open, and then save it. So now I have it in the parent class. So I don't want it in the child class. I want only in the work class. I don't want it in the customer details. Okay, so if you don't want it, what you can do? You can delete it. So how you can delete it? Okay, if you want to delete, first you do check-in. New activity created for retrieving the state details. I hope everyone remember, whenever you are doing check-in, you have to give the check-in comments. What exactly you have done in this activity. Check.
Yes.
Once if you check in, then you can see delete button. Okay, then you can see delete button. So you can press the delete, and even while deleting, it will ask you the reason for deletion. To reuse the activity, okay, I moved this
To the parent class or work class.
parent work class. Okay, so to reuse this activity, I moved this to the parent work class. Delete it. Now it's got deleted. Now there is no check-in checkout. So as it is already deleted. Okay, but we have something called restore. Restore means sometimes accidentally we will be deleting it. So if you accidentally delete it, you can do the restore. Restore means it will again come back. Like this. You can do the checkout and again you can do the actions. But I don't want it anyway. So delete it. Yeah, you can give clear comments. Okay. So let's close it. Yeah, now we have it under the work class. This populate state is having under the work class. So as I said that there are various methods. Now I will show you other way. Okay, under the customer details. Okay, before vehicle details, I want it, right? Before loading the vehicle details, I need to have the states page. So how you can again check out this flow? Under this flow, okay, we will be adding the various shapes. So what are the shapes? Now I want to call the activity. So for the activity, you need to give the utility shapes here. Okay, this is one way. Okay, this is one way. Or again, one more way is like under the vehicle details flow action. Okay, so here under the action, you have something called run activity. You have something called run activity. So here also you can refer. But if you want to refer that activity here, how exactly you can refer? You need to check out this. Again, if you want to do the checkout, it's not available. Why? Because it is under the 010101 version. So you have to save as to the 010102, create and open. Okay, so go to the actions and then run activity. Under the run activity, you see populate state. Select this, save it. Okay, save it and then run the flow. till states not loaded. Let's see the clipboard, why it's not loading. States page is there, yes, but not available. So why the states are not populated? So we will see whether the activity is getting run or not. Okay, how exactly we will see, I will tell you. I have run this one, customer details, which is on then to the flow, process, flow, customer details. What happened my utility which I created?
Utility not created.
Yeah, we have given in the flow action, right? Yeah, we have given in the flow action. So when you give it in the flow action, populate state, yeah, that is fine. So we need not have the utility. Why? Because we have given in the flow action. Oh yeah. Can someone tell me what is the issue? For which flow action we have given? For the vehicle details. But here initially which flow action it is showing?
Customer details. Customer.
Yes, customer details flow action. So that means you need to say before this, not before this. Not before the vehicle details. You need to call before the customer details flow action. Got it right? Then only that page will be available. So actions if you wanted to give, see here. Save as, create and open. Okay, now go to the actions, select the activity. Now save it. Okay. Now run the flow. Still not coming. Customer details. And customer details, actions, run. Okay. Actually, this is also one of the debugging tool. I will let you know again. So this is tracer. This is called tracer. Okay, this is also one of the debugging tool. It is taking PV work page. Let's say it is taking PV work page. Let me check in and see. It's instance implementation. Which this activity is in which implementation? States. This contains states page. Actually, the step page must be the states page, but it is taking PV work page. So what is the problem? Why it is taking PV work page? That's what I'm seeing actually. It is working fine. Independently, it is working fine, but when you call it from the active, from the flow, okay. Customer details, another customer details, actions, populate state, correct. Then why it is not picking up? Cancel. 1 second. Tracer, settings, activities, flow, stream routes. Okay. I will check and let you know, guys. So actually, it is taking PV or page. It should take that, and even it is taking from the version you see 01010. It is taking, but it should pick up the latest version 0101002. Okay, we created this populate state. Okay, in 0101002. Okay, it is taking from 0101001. Okay, so that is the issue. Okay, so I will check and let you know tomorrow what exactly the issue. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm going
Yeah.
to Manda. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
one more thing, tomorrow I may not be able to join, so I have some personal work. So for that day after tomorrow, I'll take it. Okay, na?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
कहाँ है? हाँ